We've talked about Vanderbilt here and there, him having his first healthy offseason in literally 3 years now, how much that could benefit him, how much more time he'll actually have to work on his game too, how much that will help him out and hopefully get him back to being a productive role player for them on maybe even both ends of the court, what Vanderbilt should be trying to get back to, how different they should use him in my opinion, and what they should be trying to do different with Vanderbilt. So we're going to talk about that and try to break it all down here. There definitely are many different expectations with him and things I am hoping that he is working on, but I think we might have to lower them a little bit. It's not like he's going to turn around and be a 3-point sharpshooter for their team. Definitely can't expect that to happen, that's not realistic in my opinion. But what we can hope is maybe for a version of 2022-23 Jared Vanderbilt to come back, a guy that was a bit more efficient offensively, a guy that was simply healthier and played more games for their team. That would simply be great from that alone. Him coming off 2 seasons of playing under 40 games, that's something that's really not acceptable, especially with him coming off a relatively new contract that he's simply not been worth quite yet. Gotta become more durable for their team and obviously be able to stay on the court for their team too. Again, I don't think we should get too carried away with it. I'm not expecting him to play 78 or 82 games again, like he did during the 2022-23 NBA season, playing 78 that year, believe it or not. But I am hoping for him to get back to playing 50 plus again this season, hopefully for the rest of his NBA career, not to mention. That would be my expectation for his health and durability this season, playing at least 50 games for their team. At that point, he can be relied on within the rotation. They don't have to have a constant backup for him and a guy that can fill his role when he's not on the court, which is something he's not been able to do much of in the past few years now. That's my simplest and most easy expectation to point to here with Jared Vanderbilt. But apart from that, I'd maybe point to something that the Lakers should do different with him, what JJ Redick should do different with him this season compared to last season, and that would be his utilization on defense. I kind of get it, and I've talked a little bit about this. The way that they used Vanderbilt on defense was not the way he had normally been used with their team, not been that point of attack defensive pest, not been the guy to take on the toughest perimeter matchup. They actually used him more around the rim on defense last season, which primarily came down to them being a bit small, especially after the trade deadline. At that point, Vanderbilt was one of their tallest and lengthiest players on the court, therefore relegating him to playing some power forward and even center for their team at times too. Something I guess they're kind of forced to do rather than probably wanted to do, and I hope they go away from that this season. Now with the addition of DeAndre Ayton, returning with Jackson Hayes, even having Maxi Kleber, they have a lot more height and length for that 4-5 spot, especially for true centers, so Vanderbilt doesn't have to play there again. I'd love to see him get back to being that point of attack pest on defense, the guy to simply cause mayhem and wreak havoc on defense, pestering the best ball handler on the court, being able to defend 1 through 4 no matter what player we're talking about. That's the role on defense I want Vanderbilt to get back to, and the role I want them to get back to putting him in too. And from simply that combined with better health, again playing 50 plus to maybe even ideally 70 plus games for their team next season, I think that will be enough for Vanderbilt to become a more valuable player for them and probably even be worth that contract they gave him too, finally. Though I'd be lying if I said that I have zero expectation for him on offense. Obviously I'd like to see him improve, and obviously from the 3-point line. Not sure how realistic that is and how much we can truly ask from him here on offense, but ideally I'd like to see him shoot 33 to 35% overall from 3, from the corner roughly 37.5% to 39%. Ideally again, not sure how realistic that is, but that would be my kind of hopeful, optimistic expectation with Vanderbilt. Simply from the health, durability, and improved defense and improved defensive fit for him, I'd be fine with just that, but I would love to see him improve offensively too. And if he can do that, then I think that would be the ideal season for Jared Vanderbilt, getting back to what he once was on defense, playing 50 to 75 games for their team, and at least some minor offensive improvement. I think that would be the Vanderbilt that we once remember on their team and would make a lot of Laker fans happy with him too. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one, and if you enjoyed the video, then I'll greatly appreciate it if you drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.